Welcome back to the Childhood Where Money First Found Us series. Today we are on part 2, mindset, the swell that our money habits took root. Now, if beliefs are the seeds, then the mindset is the soil in which they grow, and lifestyle is the harvest. Kama umepanda mbegu mbaya, and on top of that, in a toxic environment, do you expect the harvest to be any good? If your experience with money in your childhood felt like a curse, then most definitely, I expect you adulting with cash feels like juggling knives. Childhood is the lens that kila shilling in you touch, every M-Pesa message, every loan is filtered through. And this lens, once it sets in, it sticks. Haibadiliki kirahisi. And it's what determines if money will be a blessing, a curse, a tool, ama laana tupu kwa life yako. It started simple and small, with deciding whether utanunua ballgum ama andazi with the shilling that your mother managed to squeeze after a very tough month. Back then we did not call it financial literacy. All that we knew is that sometimes we could afford a soda, and some other times hatukuwa an option other than kumeza mate as we watched our friends get their stuff. The scripts were whispered in our living rooms, on the roadside, and sometimes through that sharp side eye. Usiulize baba yako ana pesa ngapi. Usionyeshe watu pesa yako, watakuonea uvivu. Give, don't keep. Mtu ni watu. These are lessons that were not only in the books, but zilikuwa codes downloaded into us long before we knew what the word income meant. And so adulthood rolled in, and by then, my friend, software already ilikuwa isharan. Money was taboo, salary talks ghosted even between employees na boss. Madeni hidden, financial struggles unspoken of. Wealth already ilikuwa suspicious. If you shone too bright, your aunties would start whispering. Passive income was viewed as something suspicious going on. It was not validated by the community. Hustle was next to godliness. I mean, if you did not put sweat day in, day out, then it didn't matter. Let's not even talk about rest. That was almost like a sin. Na gender ilikuwa na script yake tofauti. Sons were breadwinners in training, while daughters were just dowry investments. Boys were taught to provide, while girls were taught to manage. Yesterday, I was running errands in CBD Nairobi, and what happened, we're honest. Nairobi traffic jam ilinipatia PTSD. Nili pronounce right, eh? Whether I'm in a matatu, in an Uber, behind the wheel, it doesn't matter. And sometimes, my chosen mode of transport in a boda depending on my risk appetite for the day. And yesterday was that day where time scarcity took precedence over my few broken bones. And Nikki move up and down, nilinotice kitu moja. Women were the majority users of borders, and kama kawa, I tried to strike a convo with the writers, trying to justify or to confirm kama my observation was legit ama ni stories za jaba tu, and if it was legit nilijue kama naweza jua the reason why or what they thought would be the reason why women. Most of them shrugged me off, mostly because they could care less or they didn't have an answer. Until Kedo 5 p.m. on my last ride, I got an opportunity, somebody at least who could answer that question. Sini nyinyi munaangalianga shilingi zenyu. You're the ones who are very cautious of where your money goes. And that's when it hit. Wanawake who stretch every shilling to do the most, squeezing maximum utility out of it. On the other hand, men often equate masculinity to provide their familia and how much luxury they can afford. Women, on the other hand, they just not ask, can I afford this? They further go and ask, is it really worth it? But now the question is, consciousness does not most of the time equate to financial freedom. Women are generous almost to a fault, especially when it comes to community contributions. And most often, we tend to prioritize family needs over our personal investments. And then come the money taboo, where most of us tunakuwa guilt-tripped by the idea of earning too much. Na pia, we shy away from big moves kama participate in the stock market or purchase property unless something or someone pushes us. So is it surprising that women accounts or a participation in investments by women is kochini juu ya compared to the men? This is not something that only began with the bank forms, but also is informed by the childhood training that we experienced. Yes, women will be more conscious when it comes to day-to-day spending, but because of structural and systemic barriers and cultural expectations, they fail to turn this wisdom into long-term wealth. Scarcity whispers that money is slippery, so you either hoard it, yani unakuwa stingy to the bone, or you spend it recklessly to prove that umefika, yani umearrive. And it shows up in everyday activities, you know, pizza on Friday, fuliza on Monday, salary ina disappear faster than MBs za Safaricom data. Tukiongea mambo ya biashara, hata usiongee, business ina run on fumes, hakuna systems. Fear of wealth and judgment makes us hide our hustles and our wins. No kugeria man, this becomes the order of the day because we believe that low key ama kucheza chini ya maji is the only mode for survival bila kuombwa. But then you forget that ukidownplay your wins, unajidinai kitu tunaitanga confidence boost out of achievements. And let me also ask you, sa ile sisi wote tutaficha, vijana watatoa wapi stories za possibility? And this is how we continue recycling hard life stories because we are not sharing enough stories za success that inspire. And then you should know this, ukificha kila kitu, una block potential investors, partners na paid clients. A closed mouth haipatangi referrals. Success requires visibility. And when you always operating on ghost mode, mentorship, networks na collab opportunities tu zitakupita na utabaki ukistruggle solo. I remember one of my lecturers used to tell us that it is better to be a drop in the ocean that makes tides than to be a bucket of water in the middle of the desert. Partnerships, equity sharing, sio loss, hiyo ni leverage. Wacha tu tuambiane ukweli, hata ukijaribu kuficha aje, community already knows. The day that you bought that moti or moved into that new house, word ili spread. And guess what? WhatsApp groups bado tu zitaku-add for contribution. So what you did is not protecting yourself, but you just deferred pressure for now. And get this. The point si to post M-Pesa statement yako kwa IG, ni ku-embrace na ku-practice strategic visibility. Celebrate your wins. Showcase your work. Market your hustle, lakini with boundaries. The goal is success ikuserve, sio ikuscare. Let's talk about hustle mindset. Did you know, according to Mastercard Youth Report 2022, inasemaje, over 70% of African youth equate success to hard work. Yani hii mindset inataingi your identity to grind. And another toxic mindset yenye nimeona ikiflow around ni the guilt mindset, which ties you to black tax, unplanned harambes, and unending giving. Yani juu tu mtu ako na namba yako, automatically you qualify to be a contributor. Uli exchange number na Kingori wa chicken huko Wangige market, and all of a sudden unajipata umecontribute kwa barrio ya anko wa Kingori. Now, karibu to the real African team. Your money habits are not broken. They're just old software, zimepitwa na wakati, na si software inaweza kuwa updated. Start by tracking your spending. Ndio ujue shilingi yako ina disappear where. Then question the scripts. Does really hustling 24/7 prove a thing? Say no to toxic generosity and pressure ya groups. And then anza kusave kidogo kidogo, 100 there, 500 there. Achana na hii mambo ya lazima usave 10%, 5%, 50%. Mimi usema this is a very personal journey. Scratch where you can reach. This ukianza hivi kwanza, itaanza kufunza brain yako that money can be preserved and grown. Then finally, rewrite the script. Wealth is not greed. Passive income is not laziness. Na rest sio dhambi. Hustle with abundance, my friend. Because mindset is a mixtape. Part scars, part resilience. It gives us the drive and the creativity. But at the same time, it can give you money anxiety, guilt, and silence. And if we do not rewrite the track list, we will keep on passing the same beats to our kids. Kids who will grow either glorifying hustle, afraid of money, or carrying around financial anxiety that we have been dragging around since the days of Big G, or worse off, all of them. Let's keep exercising the spirits of outdated money mindset with Shillings and Cents, where we break it down so that you can build it up.